Hi, welcome to the Arts for All. Oh, I guess I still have my mask on. I don't need it on video. Seriously though, it's important to wear your mask. In fact, that's why I'm making this video today. I'm Mr. Nathan, and normally I teach the improv class for the Arts for All. This year, it's hard to have a class in person, so I'm making a couple of videos. This first one, because it's hard to get together with people, is all about things you can do by yourself. I want to remind you of a couple things. I'm a video, so anytime I go too fast, pause, unpause. I'll be there with you, no worries. If you don't understand something I say or instructions, hopefully I'll repeat them a couple times, but I don't always explain things very well. You can pause and go back and then try it again. You're welcome to do things with me. I'll usually give an example and then I'll give you some time to try it yourself. I'll give you a prompt. All right, that's enough talking. I'm Mr. Nathan, I think I said that. I also teach community theater. Miss Cat is making videos for that this year. We're not doing that live either, but today we're doing improv. Let's get started. I'm gonna start with some warm-ups. We do warm-ups for a couple reasons. To warm up our body and get it ready to move. And then also to get our brain thinking and vibing. It's like drinking a cup of coffee. All of a sudden you wake up. Doing warm-ups is the same thing. So I'm gonna just pick to start out, miming some household chores. I think I'll pick doing the dishes to start, and I'll show you how it goes, my version anyway. And then you can do it as well with me. And then I'll give a new suggestion and let you try it all by yourselves. All right, doing the dishes. Let's see. Well, I would love to do the dishes sitting down, but I guess I better stand up. Yep. There they are. There they are. Oh. Yeah, let's rinse that one off. Rinse it off. I only got this wet rag, so I guess I'll put it there. All right. Another dish. Oh, this one's a glass. I'll do that. Oh, all right. Let me rinse that off. Very wasteful. I should really have a rinse sink and a soap sink, but I don't. All right, that's dishes. Let's think of another one. I want to do one that we can do sitting down. That's something I didn't talk about, but I like to do any exercise. You can do standing or sitting. And if you want to try both ways, try both ways. If one way is easier for you, do the way that's easier for you. So let's do folding laundry, okay? Oh, this is for you guys. I'm not going to do anything. It's your chance to fold laundry the way you would fold laundry. I'm going to give you some time, but if I don't give you enough time, pause me. Tight corners. All right. If your body feels warm and you feel like you've moved around a little bit or gotten in the mindset of imagination, hooray. If you want to try a few more jobs, I'm going to list some. And if you want to try that, pause me and try that. But I'm just going to list them and then move on to my next warm up, okay? So take your time if you do want to do more jobs, but you don't have to. How about mopping? All right. Here is dusting the top of the windowsill and all the blinds. Nice. Watering the grass. All right, I'm gonna move on. So if you want to try any of those, pause me right now and go back, okay? My next one is for our brains to get our mind woken up. It's that coffee. That's always the first part of my every class I have is drinking coffee. This is called Ask the Expert, and I like to do it two ways. One, the first way, I ask myself a question, or if this was with other people, you'd ask other people, but we're by ourselves. I ask myself a question that I know the answer to, like, and I am the expert. Like, what are tables? Oh, they're flat surfaces on legs to hold things up from the ground so you could eat or stack things on, and they're level, they don't wobble. Nice. And then that's something I know. So everyone go ahead and ask yourself a question you know the answer to and answer it right away. Nice. All right. If I didn't give you enough time, if you were still explaining, pause me. I'm not that important. What you're doing is really important. Cool. The next thing I want to do is even more fun and more exciting. I can ask myself a question that I do not know the answer to. But since this game is called Ask the Expert, I'm going to pretend like I do. Sometimes I have trouble thinking of something that I don't know, so I'll just randomly open the dictionary and point to a word and be like, what is that? So I forgot to bring a dictionary with me, so I'll just make up a question I hope I don't know. What is the process by which black holes are formed? I really don't know that. Oh, well, that's simple. Black holes are formed when neutrons bust into electrons, and then they create a zero sphere. Zero spheres are very, very common, but running into zero spheres is not common. That's why black holes don't eat up the galaxy all the time. When two zero spheres run into each other, black holes are formed. Thank you. All right, I didn't know that. I didn't know that at all. Okay, so if you have a dictionary around, pause me right now and go grab a dictionary. And if you don't worry about it. I'm going to ask a question I don't think anyone knows the answer to. And if you do, awesome, you are the expert. If you don't, make up an answer without hesitating, without being like, I think it's this, maybe it's that. You just know. So how is glass made? Nice. All right. That is exactly how glass is made. I'm sorry if I interrupted you while you were talking. Pause me and finish explaining how glass is made. All right. So that's our warm up. I feel like we kind of warmed up our body doing these imaginary jobs around the house. We warmed up our mind talking about things we do know and talking about things we don't know, which is my favorite part of improv. So now I'm going to get to a couple exercises. And these are exercises designed for you to do by yourself. Because like I said, people aren't getting together very much right now. So a lot of times we're stuck by ourselves trying to figure out what to do. These are improv exercises you can do by yourself. I'm going to do one as an example, and then I'll give you guys a prompt and give you some time to do it as well. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to pick an emotion, and my emotion is upbeat. And like I said, you can do this sitting down like I am right now, or standing up. I'm going to do this one standing up just because upbeat makes me feel up, and then start talking about whatever you want in your personal life. Anything but the way you feel is upbeat. If you're sitting, you can gesture, you can move. If you're standing, you can do the same thing, but you can walk over here, whatever. You are upbeat. All right, here I go. Upbeat. Oh my goodness. Do you know what happened this morning? I woke up and I opened my eyes and there was just a little bit of sunlight coming through the windows. And I went, oh, my dad's getting ready to go swimming. Maybe I can catch him. And I looked down, there was my dog Scout, and she was like, yeah, let's go, let's go, let's go. So I ran up the stairs. Just as I was going up the stairs, I heard the garage door. It was my dad leaving to go swimming, so I didn't get to go with him. But guess what? It was still a beautiful morning. And Scout, my dog, was like, well, let's have breakfast then. And I was like, okay, breakfast sounds great. And that's it. That's upbeat. And I just talked about my morning, but maybe you guys could talk about whatever you want. Let's do upbeat again for you, but don't talk about my morning or my day. Talk about whatever you want. Here we go. And pause me, because I'm only going to be silent for about 10 seconds. But take your time. Be whatever you want. Talk for as long as you want about upbeat. Go. All right. I hope you paused me there, because that was not very long, but I'm realizing this video is almost getting to the end. So the next thing I'm going to do is almost the exact same thing, but this time don't worry about an emotion. I'm going to give you a job. I'll do the example first, and then I'll let it up to you. And by the way, for the emotions, I'm sorry, I just did upbeat, but if you want to try some others by yourself, there's dreary, which means kind of sad, down in the dumps, like Eeyore. Matter of fact, I just know what's going on. Everything is factual. Flighty, which is just kind of excited about everything. Nervous is another emotion. Maybe you're just, things kind of get to you. So those are a bunch of emotions you could do and do a monologue by yourself. All right, now let's do jobs. You don't have to pick an emotion for this. I'm just going to list a job, and I want you to talk about that job. And this could be like when we ask the expert, it could be a job you know a lot about, or it could be a job you know nothing about. But guess what? You're the expert, because it's your job. So whatever you say is real. I'll give the example first, and then I'll give you a chance to try it, and I'll list a bunch of jobs for you. All right, my first job is lawyer. Your Honor, no. Being a lawyer is very hard. I have lots to say, and I have the most accurate opinion in most rooms I'm in, and yet I am quieted about when I may speak. I must ask Your Honor. I must ask the judge when it is appropriate for me to speak. When in reality, if only I spoke in the correct verbiage so everyone could understand and there would be no question about the way things were, everything would be much more civilized. That's my lawyer. If someone's a lawyer out there, you let me know if that's like a real lawyer. All right, I'm gonna give you a job. Pause and try it, and if you want to do it more, I'll keep giving jobs, but just with a little time between each job, so you can pause me and try talking. I did lawyer sitting, but it could be standing as well, whichever you like, whichever makes sense for you, really. So lawyer, you guys got a chance to try that, or you saw me. Go ahead and do yours. All right. Sanitation worker. All right, nice. And remember, if this is going by too fast, just listen to the next job, pause, and try it. Listen to the next job, pause. A forest ranger. When I was doing this, I was thinking like someone in the Forest Service that took care of national parks and stuff. But after I wrote it down, I thought maybe this could be like an army guy, like forest ranger. Maybe that's a type, I don't know. Whichever you want. All right, chef or a cook. Nice. A child care worker, or like a stay-at-home parent, or maybe an older sibling who watches everyone. Nice. And how about a doctor or a nurse? Either one, someone in the medical profession. Awesome, 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 awesome. All right, we're almost out of time, but I am gonna do one last thing. And that is tying these two things together. Now, this can be a lot of fun. It's sometimes can feel hard because if you feel a certain emotion, everything comes out through that emotion. Or if you think of a way a profession is, everything is that way. What's fun is feeling a certain way, like human beings do, and then also claiming a certain profession and taking that part on. So here's my example. Let's say I'm dreary, which is kind of like Eeyore from Winnie the Pooh, just down in the dumps. But my profession is a child care worker, okay? How does that look? I don't know, let's try it out. Anything is right. Maybe it's mostly child care worker, maybe it's mostly dreary, I don't know. All right, kids, just gather around. We're gonna play duck, duck, goose. Oh, mother, may I? No, we're not playing Mother May I. God rest my soul. Oh, no, it's not you. It's me. I'm going through a time when children make me nauseous. I should have said that on my break. I'm sorry. All right, duck, duck, goose. Just everyone close your eyes, please. For my sanity, just close your eyes before. Okay. Yeah, that was inappropriate, kids. Okay. Let's start singing. It's a small world after all. It's a small world after all. So, all right, that's enough of that. I don't know if that makes sense or not, but I tried to be a dreary child care worker. Why don't you take a moment and try that? Nice, nice, nice. And remember, I started talking, so go, dang it, Nathan, don't interrupt me. Pause me, and then go back and be a dreary child care worker. So I'm gonna go through them again right here at the end real quick so that you can do all sorts of variations. And also, if there's, I didn't list all the jobs in the world, I just listed 5 or 6. So if you can think of any jobs at all, add them to your list. And I didn't list all the emotions in the world. So any way you can think of that you felt, add it to the list. And then try different variations. So here's some emotions. And pause me if I go too fast so you can write these down. Upbeat, dreary, matter of fact, flighty, excited, nervous. All right. And there are a lot more emotions, I promise. Scared, celebratory, kind, friendly. All right, I'm gonna stop. You find your own emotions. And here's some jobs. Lawyer, sanitation worker, forest ranger, chef or cook, child care worker or stay-at-home parent, a doctor or a nurse, a politician. I just added that one because I thought of it at the end. Oh, vitamin water maker, someone who works in a bottling plant. I'm going to stop making things up because these are better if I thought of them beforehand. All right. So that's the end of my first improv video. There is going to be another one as well, and you can look at both. I'll give you some more exercises that you can do by yourself. And if you do happen to have someone around that you can play with a little bit or that feels like being playful, they can very quickly be adapted for 2 people, and I'll let you know how to do that as well. All right, I miss everyone who I've taught before that I don't see right now because you're just seeing a video of me and I'm looking at my face instead of your face. I hope you're doing well. And for everyone who's watching this that I've never met, nice to meet you. I'm Mr. Nathan.